Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is a test drive of the Failnaught, which was last week's new mobile suit. I just got it, so we're going to take a look at it. It's nice looking. Let's see. I think take a quick look at the explanation. Yeah, this is the Tristan is apparently manufactured by the Buck concern, which I believe ultimately becomes part of the, or the founders, in fact, of the Crossbone Vanguard. So, yeah. So that's why some of the parts look similar to the, I think it's the Vignagina's backpack in particular. But let's take a look. It is a 650 cost raid usable in ground and space. Space compatible, so slightly better boost efficiency and all those things. Melee priority 3. Uh, 22,500 hit points, 26 ballistic resistance, 32 beam resistance, 20 melee resistance. Range strength 40, melee strength 25. Movement speed 140, boost speed 220, thruster gauge 75, and turning speed 78. It has 16 close range slots, 17 medium range slots, and long range 15. For its enhancements, at 860 hanger points, you get 1 point of beam defense. 1730, you get 1 point of ranged power. 2100, you get 3% faster thruster recovery under overheat. 2480, you get your extra slots, which take the total to 17, 18, 16. If you pay the DP and engineering kits to break the first limit and get to 4960, you get plus 5 beam defense. If you do it again for the second lock and get to 7440, you get plus 5 range strength. That's a pretty good set of buffs. All right, let's take a look at the weaponry. It has an arm beam cannon, apparently as part of that thing that looks very much kind of like a beam shield in its forearm. I guess it's not, though, which makes sense. It's a little early for that, I think. But yeah, power 2200 per shot, heat rate 80%, range 300 meters, cooldown between shots 3 seconds, overheat 12 seconds. Compatible with prototype fin nozzle control system. That should be interesting to see. Double arm beam sabers, power 2600, cooldown time 2 seconds. Nothing, no particular special qualities apparently. Vulcans, 110 damage, 60 rounds of ammo, 200-meter range, reload time 10 seconds. Yeah, nothing unusual about them either. Still has a version of the Tristan's beam rifle, which is a version of the new Gundam's beam rifle for some reason, as its sub-weapon. Power 2600, heat rate 75%, range 350 meters, cooldown between shots 0.8 of a second, overheat 12 seconds, and focus time 1.5. Apparently also compatible with prototype fin nozzle control system. We'll see what that is in a moment. Blow enhanced 4 type. 2200 per attack. 3-second cooldown. Nothing special about it. Incom times 2 linked. 350 power. Heat rate 100%. Range 250 meters. Cooldown time half a second. Overheat 15 seconds. Once launched, we'll go into standby mode and track your movement. When executing an attack other than tackle or counter, it will link for temporary ranged combo attacks toward the reticle. Pressing reload after use will exit incom standby mode. So it's the I think the NTX has the same thing, that it has, remote weapons that will fire with its other weapons, so that's not a terrible thing. And incom 6 discharge, power 650, heat rate 100%, range 250 meters, overheat time 15 seconds. Hold down the attack button to select target, release fire moving turrets that attack a target. Okay, yeah, so that's not a bad set. If it's discharge, it'll probably be a sustained or Garaby type weapon. We'll find out shortly. Okay, so in terms of skills, Leg Shock Absorber level 4, which is when the really good improvement to recovery time from leg stress kicks in. 45% reduced stress after jumping, 30% less after boosting, and 30% faster recovery time. Yeah, most of the lower levels only have 1% faster recovery time, but yeah, when you get the higher levels of Shock Absorber, it does kick in for some of the good, good numbers. Level 2 emergency evasion system, so double dodge roll. Assault booster level 3, it's a raid, so yeah, at level 3 you get 60% faster charge for a maximum jump. The jump itself is 50% faster, and you are harder to stun while jumping or falling. But if you are boosting in midair, you don't get that benefit. Flight Control Program 3, it lets you jump or boost in midair and gives you better thruster efficiency when you're doing it. Anti-Blast Stabilizer level 1, you will not be stunned if a mobile suit explodes directly next to you. Glide Structure level 4 slows it down when it is falling, so you have more chance to to jump, boost, whatever. Also, apparently reduces build stun when being hit in the air, which isn't bad. High Performance Balancer, which lets you cancel into melee after melee or tackle after jumps or boosts. High Spec Ambac level 2, which gives you a little extra turn speed and lets you go directly into normal movement if you are boosting straight ahead in space. Maneuver Armor level 4. Yeah, you're harder to stun when you're boosting, and also harder to stun when your shield is destroyed while in the middle of a boost. And also, yeah, reduces build stun and damage reduced while boosting by 30%. So yeah, you're just going to take less damage when you're boosting, which is not bad at all. Burst Injector level 3, that lets you change directions and zigzag while you're boosting at a fairly cost-efficient rate. Melee Combo Controller level 1, so it does have 2-hit melee. High Performance Radar level 2, so 400-meter radar range. Back Add-on Buffer level 4, so it has 35% damage reduction if it's hit in the backpack. Arms Equipment Buffer 30%, so yeah, if you get hit in the big blue parts of the arms, 30% less damage. MS Destroying Attack Program. When destroying an enemy's MS, your unit's thrusters will recover a certain amount. Will not work if thrusters are overheated. It's not bad. And finally, the Prototype Fin Nozzle Control System. Moving forward using high-speed movement for a set period with full thrusters, put your unit into a high-speed maneuver attack position. On this position, movement speed increases and thruster consumption is reduced. Skill-compatible weapons can be used, and enemies are staggered when collided with. Also, reaction from recoil due to ranged attacks is nullified. Okay, so can't be stunned? Or can't be flinched, I think. If heavy stagger or higher is nullified, stagger from cumulative damage becomes more frequent. So yeah. Okay, yeah, so you're much harder to stun while in this special boost state, but if you use it to tank a heavy stagger, or I assume a knockdown, it's easier to get stunned after that. Interesting setup. And yeah, I did set my quick swaps up. All right, before we go into the test, I just want to double check here. I think, yeah, both the beam rifle and the arm beam guns can be used while in that boost state. So, all right, let's set up a practice room here. We will be doing the usual, so off to the mass driver facility with 500 enemies so we can test things against the Zoc. Force counter with tackle, and yeah, we'll start with that and see where we get. Yeah, so far it looks pretty good. I've definitely had a hard time fighting them the couple of times I've done it. And alright, so first we will just wait. Okay, well, the arm guns do have a little bit of ASL, nothing wrong with that. Fairly large beam, 1900 damage, that's not terrible. Let's see, the rifle. Okay, it does just fire individual shots. 2 shots together do not do enough to build stun a standard mobile suit. And yeah, the heat is enough that you will not be able to fire it fast enough to really take advantage of that build stun. Charged. Okay, it fires 3 times in a row and doesn't overheat, so yeah, that is definitely the preferred fire state, I would think. Vulcans are decent. Looks like they probably have enough build stun to get to stop something twice if you stop firing when the first stun takes effect, like I should have. Alright, while we wait for that to come back, yeah, forced injector level 3, as you can see, pretty efficient. Here is, yep, there's the quick boost skill, followed by, yeah, glide structure, which makes you fall a little slower, and I think kind of hang in between, it looks like, so that's not bad. Alright, let's activate the linked fire incoms. Yep, they all fire together. They will fire with the funnels or the rifle, or the arm gun. Okay, yeah, so I think I get it now. If you fire the rifle with those incoms, it will probably be enough to stun. But between the build stun from all of them, if all your shots hit. That's fair. Alright, here's the discharge incoms, which, okay, they're not a Garobi, they just all fire at once and stun. That's not terrible. Let's take a look at the melee patterns. The neutral is that. Left and right are left and right. And the downswing is the big wide downswing with a little bit of extra travel to it, I think. Okay, melee. Default is a punch. Left and right punches are, you know, pretty much what it says on the tin. And the downswing is the kick. Okay, so yeah, so it has the default kick that the gun cannons and gym cannons and all those things have. I like those, so that's fine. Let's see. So yeah, this special boost state. Yeah, once you can tell when the fins get put into position that it is active. So looks like once you have come out of that state, though, you have to come to a full stop before it will activate again. That's interesting. There it goes, or maybe you just have to keep boosting in a straight line. But yeah, you can just keep changing weapons while you're doing that. Oh yeah, that's right. I believe it won't start if your thrusters have been used any. That's right. So yeah, to keep that going with minimal interruptions, you have to, you know, get kills in between. Okay, so not a lot of build stun out of that. Let's fire with the linkage. That's a lot better. I did overheat the weapon, but okay. Okay, well, damage is good. Of course, I am a raid 150 points above that, so that makes sense. But yeah, decent build stun when those weapons are combined, it looks like. So let's see what the tackle looks like. The tackle looks like pretty decent little combo there. But yeah, okay, so you can fire both of the, you know, major beam weapons while you're in your special boost mode, which again, you know, very clear indicator of when that's on. Let's see, I'm going to wait until my thrusters are cooled down, and then I'm going to see if you can use the linkage incoms and the gun all together. I'm betting yes. Yep. Now that's a decent trick. And that's another Zoc down. Okay, yeah. This does have a bunch of nifty tricks. I think this could be very good. Of course, if you hit its big backpack, that means it takes less damage. Likewise, the big, you know, gauntlet things on the arms. Yeah, not bad. All right, I am going to turn on enemy AI and turn off forced counter, and we will see how this goes. Let's move in with this. Well, psychic tackles are, of course, still a thing. That's okay. Well, if it weren't down that ramp, that would have connected. Well, you missed. Okay, yeah. And once I kill this, I should get some decent... Okay, well, its legs seem... Okay, no, its legs aren't broken. That's fine. Got it. Okay, yeah, so it probably gives back, like, 20 to 25% of your boost gauge when you kill something, so... Okay, yeah, and, Vulcan charge with the linked incoms, enough to stun a Zoc, which is pretty good. And I have now backed into a Gundam, which is not ideal. That's okay, I've got tricks, so... Oh yeah, and also when I boost into things, they get stunned, so... Unless, of course, they melee me out of it, which, different proposition. But yeah, I am liking the look of this. But yeah, to be honest, I kind of like the Vulcan charge for using the boost skill, probably the best so far. It's not like I've done a lot of testing yet, but the fact that you can use it and... oh, hi, Zoc. But the fact that you can use it... Yeah, the boost skill only works when you're moving forward, of course, and when you start moving forward, when your thruster gauge is, completely unused. So, it is sufficiently situational. It's not going to be, a game breaker, I think. But yeah, you're going to have to be a little more careful about when and how you use it than I am. It's going to be something you have to do deliberately, and not something you can just work naturally into the movement patterns you already use. At least if you're me. Like, your mileage may very much vary. Who knows? But yeah, I like this. It feels pretty good. Seems like it will be fairly strong. And yeah, like I said, I see now why I've had a hard time fighting it, so... But yeah, like I said, it feels to me like its easiest... Oops. Yep, Psychic Tackle. I forgot it's a Zoc, so that melee swing I did was not enough to stun it. But yeah, I feel like the Vulcans are a good choice for linked fire, just because, yeah, no matter what you're doing or what direction you're going, it can be they can hit. Okay, I think that did tag the Gundam at least. Let's see. And I missed the Zoc, so I don't know. I doubt the boost skill will have enough power to stop a Zoc, but we're going to try it. And... let's see. No, resist. That's what I thought. I think it did do a little damage, but that's about it. Yeah, this is not bad. This would, obviously, this would not be a terrible choice to have some kind of boost cooldown skill attached to. But yeah, I said before with the linked weapons, particularly the Ainu Gundam's assist funnels, and there we go again, that, Vulcans were a good choice for that because you would get as much constant fire as possible out of them, and I stand by that for this. And also, just like I said, the Vulcans have a large amount of ASL, so I have trouble moving at high speeds and landing ranged attacks. It's a great skill if you're good enough to do it, but otherwise, yeah, can be tricky. Wow, I didn't expect those to last long enough to be around for that Zagak E. Okay, Gundam's down. Let's go with the... Gotcha. And follow up with that. Oh, hit the Zoc too. Nice. Didn't have time to hit that, but also the Gundam was not quite ready for me to be, doing things, which is nice. Now, how many of these can I take down before I die? Out of Vulcans. Zoc down. Okay, 2 out of 3 is what we're looking at. That's not bad. And of course the Vulcans are back, so... Yeah, and the other nice thing about the Vulcans is that if you, if the funnels, or if the incoms run out in the middle of your attack, you're still putting on beams, build stun, so you're not wasting that. That's pretty good. Yeah, so, yeah, I like this. It is pretty nice. Let's just do the boost. Yeah, boost pretty quickly, and boost dash, not, mid-air dash, not bad. Okay, yeah, so that is the Failnaught. And, good luck to anybody who's trying to get a hold of it. And that is going to do it for this GBO2 test drive. Till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later.